I've been using the 18-liter backpack from Modern Dayfarer, and in this video, I'll cover the good, the bad, who it's for, and how it compared to the larger 25-liter V2. And here's some stats. The 18-liter looks like a smaller clone of the 25-liter, but with some differences. And I ended up liking the 18-liter more than the 25-liter. It just fit my needs a little bit better as far as a work and EDC pack. But both are solid, and it just depends on what size you want. In my 25-liter review, I called it a killer work bag and a hybrid between Peak Designs Everyday Pack and Airs packs. But I'm going to change that answer slightly with this 18-liter and say it's a cross between Peak Designs Everyday Pack and Bellroy's Venture Ready Pack. Again, both really popular. So I'll start with the changes, which I rated as upgrade, downgrade, or neutral, and then I'll review the overall bag. So the biggest difference is the upgraded magnetic fidlock. This was my largest complaint on the 25-liter V2, which used a square latch that just came apart too easily. Like if you bumped the latch itself or even the hood on top in a certain way, the latch would just come undone and it just wasn't secure. So luckily this 18-liter updated the magnetic fidlock. I think they actually used this on a limited release tactical version of the 25-liter as well. And this latch, other than looking way cooler, first of all, it's a little smaller, but it functioned way better. It stays closed and like you can't bump it open anymore. It feels very similar to Peak Designs mag latch, like you pull down and it'll disengage, but it just uses a cord instead of that metal hook system. And my only, not gripe, but maybe question is why the fidlock is upside down. So obviously the logo is upside down here, fine, that may not matter, but functionally I think it makes sense to flip it the other way. As it is now, I have to open like this and then switch and open the lid, whereas if this was flipped, the tassel is on the lid side, so I can just unlatch and pull open the hood all in one motion. It's very minor, it works fine either way, it was just something that I noticed. The 18-liter also got rid of the shoe compartment that was at the bottom of the 25-liter. I ranked it as a personal upgrade, but objectively, it's a neutral just in case you like the shoe compartment. The reason I called it an upgrade is that the 25-liter, but especially this 18, works far better as a work bag / EDC bag as it does a gym bag. It was just too small to be a gym bag, and a shoe compartment made the packing area even more cramped. Whereas a shoe compartment functions a lot better, I think, on like a gym duffel bag. So removing that shoe compartment from this 18 took away some of the bulk and the extra zippers, and it kind of cleaned up the look on the bottom, so all good things. Another big change is the chest strap, again, which was a weakness of the 25-liter V2, mostly because it didn't come with one, like you had to buy it extra. So this 18-liter not only includes a chest strap, but it upgraded it to a cleaner sliding rail design instead of the old strap design, which I'm never really a big fan of. If anything, this 18-liter is small enough where you could arguably not even need a chest strap, but no buyer is going to complain that it's included. And that's it for the changes, but now I'll jump into the review of the bag itself, in case you haven't had any Modern Dayfarer packs before. Starting with the outside, the material is 840D ballistic nylon, very well-known material, very classy and versatile, and with a PU-coated section here, as well as some Hypalon branding on the side. I think that most people will be drawn to the bag because of the looks. I think it looks really nice. Not many companies even offer a top-loader flap style, period, much less something as slim as Modern Dayfarer. Think of it as like a non-camera bag version of Peak Designs Everyday Bag. And the flap also makes this bag great for weather resistance. I covered the fidlock before, but it's quick and easy and finally secure, and it can also extend in case you pack the bag with more stuff. On the sides and back panel, it's a very similar setup to Bellroy's Venture Ready packs. So on one side, there's a bottle holder that fits a 32-ounce bottle and also a carry handle. And the other side has a zip pocket that fits maybe a 27-ounce bottle. I usually love pockets like this, but on here and on Bellroy's Venture Ready pack, It's just okay, because the opening on both is just too tight and it's kind of hard to access. In theory, this should be a quick access pocket, like you sling it over your right shoulder and you grab a couple things. But in reality, the opening is too tight that I needed two hands to kind of open the pocket, which kind of defeats the one-handed convenience. But regardless, it's still a pretty useful pocket with a key latch and sub mesh pockets. And because this bag does not have a top quick access pocket, here is where I put smaller things like snacks or a charger or some eye drops. And also on this front panel, there's actually another side quick access pocket. There's no organization in here, but the opening is a lot easier to access with one hand. So it's kind of interesting that the bag chose to have two side access pockets, but no access on the top. And the back panel and straps are awesome. They're definitely a highlight. The straps seem upgraded over the 25-liter V2, or at very least, they're the same. They're spaced apart and very comfortable, especially for a smaller 18-liter pack. And I liked how the material curls up a little bit here to stop the neck chafing. And the foam padding is pretty dense, but still comfortable. The back panel, again, very comfortable. It uses the same foam with nice big air channels, and it looks very similar to Bellroy's Venture packs. But there's also a hidden passport pocket here. And there's an option for a hip strap, which is definitely unnecessary on a pack this small, but it's there. And moving to the inside, I liked the organization. It's simple, but it's enough. Usually the knock on top loaders is that it's difficult to see inside the bag, but modern Dayfarer does their bags really smart in that it can be a top loader like this, but it also is a full clamshell, which a lot of people are going to like. It's just easier to see your stuff. There's two zip pockets on this side, one mesh and one not. They're fairly flat, but I guess they kind of stretch a little bit. This main area was just large enough to fit my lunch, a mouse, chargers, and a change of clothes for the gym. And again, with this pack being so good in the rain, it went overkill with the protection by having YKK AquaGuard zippers and this little rain protector behind the zippers just in case water still got through. And lastly, there's the padded 15-inch laptop compartment. It feels very similar to Peak Design's everyday bag because of the flap shape and the placement of this sleeve. And it has like a 3-inch false bottom, so very protective from drops. Okay, so final thoughts, and who is this Dayfarer 18-liter pack for? Well, it's for someone who loved the 25-liter V2, but just wanted a smaller version. They're essentially the same, but with this 18-liter upgrading the fidlock buckle and the chest strap, while removing the shoe compartment, which to me are upgrades. The Dayfarer 18-liter is best as a small work/EDC backpack by combining great looks, comfy straps, and excellent rain protection, and somehow did both a top loader and a clamshell design. But especially after ditching the old fidlock design that didn't work too well, this 18-liter basically has no weaknesses and is an easy recommendation to almost everybody. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Comment below if you want a response, and subscribe for new videos on Sundays. Thanks.